This is a really cool software that I have called TradeZella. And basically, what this software does is it allows me to go into the past. So you can see that this is tracked back to Monday, March 10th, 2025. So literally 2 days ago. I took this trade 2 days ago, and it allows me to see what I did during my trade, what I took during my trade. You can see I already have the account balance that I trade with. I trade with 25,000. So I risk $250 per trade. So you can see I already have 1% risk with 250 USD. And it will allow me to go back and see the trade I took and show you the amount that I made during the trade. So I'll be able to run you through everything that I was thinking of during my trading process, okay? So let's go back here. And if you watch the previous videos, you'll understand that I come into the market, or if you guys are going to be following the way that I'm teaching, we come into the market at 5 a.m. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change my candle chart color. So the body is going to be light, yes. Light. I like to have this more white on my candles. Much easier on the eyes, in my opinion. Solid. Go have like a full white. Okay. And then that way these can be, the wick could be dark. Okay, there we go. So I come in at 5. So here's 5 a.m. So I'm already looking at the market. I'm in the market. And then the end of my time window is 8. So here's 8. So that's the end right there. So from 5 to 8, I'm seeking out a trade. So this video is literally just gonna be, you do not have to understand anything that I am talking about. This video is only for the purpose to show you how I trade right now, so you can see the level that you will be at in a few months, okay? Because that's my goal, is to dial down all the information to get you to this level in a few months. And you will not be at my level, my exact level, in a few months, because I have had years to build up discipline and get my psychology levels correct, okay? Because the market is all psychology. So when you correct your psychology, that's when you become successful in the market. But I will get you to the point of understanding and being able to read the charts like me in a few months. So let's go ahead and go over what I was looking at. So let's go ahead and go down to 10 seconds and play price. We'll go 1 second, and then we'll let price load up. It's lagged. Okay, there we go. So price is moving, okay? So it's currently 555 at this level. You can see at the bottom there it says 555. So usually price doesn't make a drastic move for us to trade off of until 6:30ish. So here's 6. So it should start making some moves soon. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So I was already in the market here, and you can see price came up, wicked down, closed right here. We had this huge wick, so this is where this candle went, and then it rejected and closed here. And you can see, what do you notice about what do we have here? If I go into the 10-minute, we have consolidation right here. Right? We have consolidation. This is all consolidation. This is all liquidity right here. So we are trapped right here. You can see it comes up, rejects, comes down, rejects, comes up, rejects, comes down. So we want to see which way the money wants to break out of, okay? And I'm not, this video is not going to be me explaining how to read it. I'm just diving, I'm letting you get a sneak peek into my way of thinking during a trade, okay? I'm breaking down everything that I was thinking during this trade. So already at this point, I'm waiting for price to break out of this box. And we did, right there. As soon as I said that, we broke out of the box to the downside. So now that we created this wick down here and we're rejecting, let's go to the 5-minute. We had a candle close down here. We broke out of the box. So remember what I talked about. There's money resting on the lower levels of these boxes, right? So the money at the bottom and the top, there's money resting at the bottom and the top. Don't forget the top, okay? So I want to see price take out the highs now because we took out the low already. I want to see price come up and change character. Then after we create, and if we come up and we close above, we created a higher high because here's a lower low, here's a lower high, lower low, higher high. I'll be looking for a buy, okay? And remember, this is our time window, okay? So I want to see price close above this level. Let's see if we get that. No, we didn't get that, okay? So instead, what did we get? Okay, let's look. What did we get? We had price make a lower low, okay? I'm going to mark this out. We had price make a lower low, a lower high, and how I'm identifying these lower lows and lower high levels? Lower low, lower high, lower low. Remember I drew out the line graph for you guys? It's the exact same. Lower low, lower high, lower low. So understanding this first and then applying it into the real market will help you see it better. So lower low, lower high, lower low. All these candles in between do not matter. I'm just connecting the dots. Lower low, lower high, lower low. I can see the structure now. Okay. So I know that we have a lower low, lower high, and look it, we created a new lower low. We never closed above here. We never got above here, took out the money to the upside, and made a higher high. I'm not looking for a buy anymore. I'm looking for a sell because we created another lower low, which tells me that price wants to continue lower in the morning. We had a break of structure. If you remember that from the previous video as well. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Where's the break of structure? Right here. Break of structure. So we already know with bearish structure, what are we going to create? We're going to want to create another lower high after making a lower low, lower low. We want to create another lower high to then, what did I say these lower highs, these pullbacks were? If you remember from the previous videos, what did I say these pullbacks were? These pullbacks are the momentum needed to then continue the market structure that we're currently in. So if we're currently making lower low market structure, remember this pullback is the momentum, like the slingshot. We pull the slingshot back here to make this new lower low. Well, we need another pullback. We need another market, another structure point. We need to create market structure. So after a lower low, what's followed? We should make a lower high and then another lower low because that is bearish market structure, what I taught in the basics of structure. So the area in which I'm going to be looking for a sell is this candle right here because this is my supply zone. Remember, we trade supply and demand, and I haven't gotten into that yet, but I'm telling you now, we trade supply and demand. So I'm already, and this is all what I'm thinking during this trade actively at 648, 651, and 654. During these times, I'm already thinking all of this that I'm explaining right now. I'm already like, I'm looking for a sell right here because this is my supply zone before the break of structure. Now all I'm going to do is put my short position, which is a sell. I'm going to be looking for a sell. I'm going to enter here. I'm going to put my stop loss here. And I'm going to put my take profit at a 1 to 3. Okay, and you can see that my 1% risk, I'm risking 250. And on this trade, I actually risked 234. My broker actually lowered my risk. So I actually risked 234. Okay, or like 239, I believe. Yeah, I risked like 230. Yeah, there we go. 238 because I made 715. So My real risk was $238, and I targeted a 1 to 3. So since I'm selling, I put my limit, and all the limit is an area that I placed my money. So I placed, when I press sell, look at what happens. You see this line here that gets created? That line is going to be in the market no matter what. If I leave, like if I leave this screen, I turn off the computer, whatever, this line is always going to be here. So when price eventually taps into my area, I'm going to get entered into the market with $238 risk on the table, whether I forgot or not. Okay, so let's see what happens. You see how it starts going up? Price starts heading towards my line. So let's see what happens when it touches my line. We get tapped in there, okay? And now all we're waiting for is we want to see price move down. So you can see that I'm negative 31 because price is above my entry. So when it is above, since I entered off of this blue line and it's above my entry, I'm losing money. This red line up here is my stop loss. If price comes all the way up to this red line, I will lose my $238 risk. But as soon as it starts moving in my favor, but since I'm selling, it needs to move below my entry line because I want price to go lower. Once it hits my green line down here, I will get taken out of the market with $715 profit. So let's see what happens. So you can see as it goes higher and lower, I'm losing and gaining money. So when it goes higher, I lose money. When it goes lower, I'm making money. So since it's below my entry line, I'm making money. And this is exactly what happened, okay? And now we just let price run, okay? Now I'm going to show you something really cool, okay? I'm going to pause what was going on here. It is only 7:03, okay? Our time window end is at 8 a.m., okay? Now, do you see how my stop loss, I'm risking $238? Well, guess what you can do? You can move your stop loss. Look at how when I move it lower and lower to my entry, my negative money gets lower. My risk gets lower and lower and lower and lower. And now I'm at break even. So I will lose nothing. I will actually, if I move my stop loss here, I will actually make $1. If I move it down here, I'll make $226 if it takes me out. Either way, see how when I go above my entry, I lose money. The more higher I go, the more money I lose. Well, since I move my stop loss to break even to my entry, I actually start making money instead of losing. So there's no risk on the table. So there are ways to completely protect your money. So I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. So now I'm actually risking nothing and I'm only going to make money. So here's an imbalance. So we know that if price wants to pull back up, it's going to pull up into this imbalance, fill it, and then it can continue lower. So you can see I was currently up $335 at this point. And I'm targeting out a 1 to 3, meaning I risked $238 to make $715, okay? And we know that there's an imbalance here. So if price wants to come higher, we're going to let it because we know that there's money right here. Okay? And let's just let price run. It comes all the way up. It tapped into that imbalance. And then it started moving lower. So everything that you see, we have our lower low here, lower high, lower low, pullback, lower high, lower low. Look at it. I'm going to literally draw it out. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Just follow the market structure. I'm teaching you guys market structure because that's all the market is. If you can just follow and identify the structure, you will make money. It's that simple. So let's continue. Let's play price. I'm up $500 and then we had a fat pullback. Then I was losing money because it was going back up, but it doesn't matter. I'm not focused on the money. I'm just focused on the trade. I already know that there's imbalance here. And price is now what? What is this called? It is consolidating. It's stuck here. It's just kind of ranging. But we're going to let it. Okay. And there we go. Take profit. So you see how fast, as soon as it hit my green line down here, I got taken out of the market. You'll see the red arrow and the green arrow. That means this is where I entered and this is where I got exited out. And you'll see down here, $715 made. So we can look at our close position here and see that we had that $715 win. So that is literally all I do every single day. I do this every single day. And you can see how it works out, okay? It's as simple as identifying the structure, understanding where our supply and our demand zone are, entering the market, risking properly, risking 1%. And in this trade, I actually risked like 0.95, but it's still proper risk management. It doesn't matter. Risking that 1% per trade and targeting out whatever targets you have. I personally just target out a 1 to 3. I try to always hit a 1 to 3. Sometimes I'll hit lower. Sometimes I'll hit even higher. There's been times where I've hit 1 to 12s. I've hit 1 to 15s, 1 to 8s, 1 to 6. I've hit a lot of different risk rewards. But nowadays, I target out a 1 to 3. If I feel like price can go even lower, I will target out those lower areas. But remember, 8 a.m. is our cutoff time. So from 7:33 to 8 a.m., that's only, 27 minutes. It's not a whole lot of time. So I closed out at a 1 to 3 and I made $715. So that's my thinking process during a trade. I really wanted to make this video so that way you can really see it. Not just hear me talk about it, but you can really see it. You can see the money being made. You can see the money being lost. You can see how I manage the trade, how I moved my stop loss into break even, so I only make money. I don't have any risk on the table anymore. And I really hope that this really showed you how it works, because when I sell shares of the price that I don't own yet, and then I buy them back at these lower prices, and I made money on the way down. So selling or buying, we make money in this market, and that's a very powerful thing. So I hope this video really was informative. I hope this helped out understand a little bit more on how the selling and buying works. And yeah, we just follow the market structure and you will make money.